Mr. Tappy, I wanted to tell you a real quick story. There was Leonardo DiCaprio, and he did a movie called The Revenant. And in The Revenant, there was a white man, and he had a child with an Arikara woman. They called him Rees, and in Arikara language, they refer to themselves as Sanish. And what you don't understand is that us natives, we never really believed in private property. So we moved along either with the buffalo or what happened in case with the Arikara. They used to be one tribe with the Pawnee, and their origination story, their genesis story, starts down in South America. So if you ever look at the Pawnee that are in Oklahoma, or the Sanish, or Arikara as we call them, they have the same face as a lot of the natives that are there. Now you may call them Mexicans, but here's the truth. A Mexican is not a bloodline. In fact, the richest person in Mexico is actually a Middle Eastern guy. His name is Carlos Slim Helou. It's the very same with Salma Hayek. She is Lebanese, much like Carlos Slim is. So a Mexican is not even a fucking bloodline. It's a Spaniard and a native most of the time. Now, as you go down even a little further, all of those languages are dominated by the European way, hence why I'm speaking English to you right now. But in Montreal, Quebec, the natives speak French. And down in Brazil, the natives speak Portuguese. So the point that I'm getting at is this, is that with the Pawnee and the Arikara, with their origination story, it starts way down in South America. And today, the Pawnee, both of those tribes, their chief, he had a vision. And he had a vision over corn. And that was very sacred to them. So, the point that I'm trying to make is this, is that as the Pawnee stopped in Oklahoma and the Arikara kept going up into North Dakota, if that would have happened recently, they would not be here. So your people are native. They're indigenous. Despite the fucking laws, the United States has only been here for 242 years. The truth is, your birthright got stolen from you. I used to live in San Diego at one time, and I realized that, in San Diego, they had a place called Lemon Grove. There's a lot of lemons. You go up further into Temecula, they got a lot of grapes. They got avocados. They used to date a white girl. And the avocados, they were very rich. In fact, the Mexican mafia and the cartels, at one time, they wanted to get out of the drug business to be able to get in the avocado business. And the same, you go into Napa Valley. All those white people that you see drinking all those wines, that your people are actually out there fucking working in the goddamn fields, working for pennies, because they'll bow down to a Middle Eastern Jewish fellow named Jesus. That was never your creator. You had your own ways to pray. You had your own culture. You had your own ways. So what you don't understand, I live in Las Vegas. I'm a fighter. This is the fight capital of the world. In fact, most people don't even understand that the money's not even in Vegas. The money's actually up north in Carson City. Hence why they call this that team that just went to the NHL finals and the playoffs. They call them the Golden Knights. They got a lot of silver. They call this the Silver State. But actually, they mine for a shitload of gold. All that gold was supposed to be yours. Or they call them San Francisco 49ers in 1849. They murdered people for gold. That used to be called Mexico. There's a little sliver of Wyoming, even into Utah. All of Utah was supposed to be yours. In fact, all of the oil in Texas. I grew up between the Oklahoma-Texas border. You think where ExxonMobil is and all those oil companies down there? They owe you. They stole your fucking birthright. Why don't you get on a bus sometime? And why don't you look at our people dying? Our diets are different. We're dying of diabetes, suicide, drug addiction, alcoholism. Your birthright was stolen from you. And native people, they will help you. Only if you want. So what you don't understand is this. That dickhead named Trump, them white people, they don't even deserve to really be over here. We saved their lives. We made sure that they could hump buffalo. We made sure that they knew the fertility of the ground. All this beautiful area right here, you see this? All these trees, all of this stuff right here. White people didn't fucking take care of that shit. That's as native as it gets to be able to understand the fertility of the ground. Hence why they even call it Orange County. That stupid fuck named Walt Disney, he set 2 amusement parks on fertile land. I'd much rather want the land that takes care of me, that is nutritious and going to be able to take care of my body. I don't give a fuck about riding no rides. Your people deserve to be good too. They deserve to be loved. Those kids fucking deserve to be hugged. That's what's important. We're not the people who like white people turn that shit on us all goddamn day long, where they say it's not a race. Then don't fucking make it about race. Don't fucking say that white people are fucking that they deserve to be here, because they don't. We made sure that they could take care of themselves. In fact, when white people get married, they were so fucking nasty that they actually had a bouquet made of dill and garlic. So when they got married, it would cover up the stench of a bride. They were nasty. Now, who cleans up the goddamn hotel rooms? Who's the beacon, the cornerstone of being healthy and being clean? My point is this. British people used to wear red coats on a battlefield. And the point that I'm trying to get at is this. We gave them camouflage. Our way, like they steal our ways. They still, I mean, in fact, you don't even realize this. When you get to looking at it, I often thought that, what is it, Lowrider, like Lowrider magazine. Most people don't even realize that when it comes to Mercedes-Benz or BMW, they don't realize that they were defense contractors that were decommissioned. They used to be part of the goddamn Nazi party. Mercedes used to make tanks, and BMW used to make warplanes. They were decommissioned, obviously, because they were with the Axis powers, and the Nazis didn't fucking win. So, as I think that as many of our people that make up the military, Latino, Native, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Brazilian, all the fucking people with heart and all the people that make up good wrestlers and good fighters and shit like that, what you don't grasp is this, is that Lowrider magazine probably is in a better position to actually become a defense contractor to make missile-guided rockets and all kinds of shit like that. That's what you don't get. It could become an 8A contractor. It could win a government contract to make like missile-guided rockets. Like, you ain't never in your fucking life gonna fucking hear about some Viking missile. They named the Tomahawk cruise missiles after us. Most of the fucking Apache, Kiowa helicopters and stuff like that, the Comanche, they don't make good fucking fighters. In fact, without these feathers right here, without them feathers, they wouldn't even honor their own war deeds, their own people, man. They were soft. Get with the program. In a warrior style of living, and what you don't grasp is this. In any tribe, we're supposed to take care of our elders, our women, and the fucking children. If you cannot stand up to those, if you can't stand up when you got crying babies in a fucking cage, then you probably deserved to get fucking trampled all over the rest of your fucking life, because you will never stand up. Your heart can be bought. And the truth is this, I shouldn't be the one to fucking tell you this. It should be your own mama. It should be your own grandmothers. It should be your own daughters and your own sister, because here's the truth. In any tribal way, it's the women that run it. They give birth. And what you don't understand is this, is that I am a traditional native. I am with a traditional tribe. In fact, most traditional tribes, a lot of times, they know that there's been so much assimilation that they don't even try when it comes with Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Brazilians, Mexicans, Guatemalans. They know that there's been so much Christianity poured on them, and so many fucking, they think that it's just kind of a lay down, but I'm letting you know, you have your fucking skin tone because of us. You have your heart, your balls, your very balls, the very fact that you'll fucking stand up and die for something. But don't fucking stand up and die over no fucking north side of fucking California versus the Norteños versus the Sureños. This is some fucking kids, and this is serious. Those kids are in fucking cages, and you need to stand up for your people. I don't give a fuck what side of the border they're on. The truth is this, fuck that whole government. They only been here 242 years, and us natives, we gave them their fucking constitution. Look that shit up. It's called the Iroquois Confederacy. And the truth is this, they go ahead and they fight Israel's and Jewish wars anyway. Americans don't own banks here. There's 189 countries. I got a finance degree. I went to college on a wrestling scholarship. I'm from Oklahoma. Oklahoma was all Indian territory. I mean, you're a wrestling coach, man. Get with it. You know I know what I'm talking about. All those casinos there, we'll help out your fucking communities. But you got to make sure that you got to fucking stand up for them. Do the right thing.